Hello and welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program. I'm Sringandu. Our top stories this week. 54% voter turnout in the National Council election. Two women National Council members this time. And the ability Bhutan society lacks experts to care for children with Down syndrome. A record number of people went to polls during the National Council election this time. 54.3%, which translates to 234,535 people cast their votes. The Election Commission confirmed some 432,000 registered voters for election this year.
Nearly 170,000 voters voted through electronic voting machines, while over 64,000 were postal voters. However, more than 200 postal ballots were rejected during the counting. 88,915 had registered as postal voters. The voter turnout for the National Council election this year increased by 9% compared to 2013. The voter turnout in 2013 was 45%, while the voter turnout this year increased to 54%.
We feel that our people are understanding the democratic process and the importance of the National Council. So the voter turnout has also increased, and also the participation from the as a candidates.
According to a press release from the Election Commission, 8 election disputes were received and decided through election dispute system. One case was lodged on the eve of the poll day from Samthizongkhak, but was dismissed due to inconclusive evidence. Some 250 million yutam was spent for the conduct of National Council election this time. The Election Commission petition period starts from today and will end on 8th of next month. With additional information from Sonam Chodin, Kiledem, PBS News.
It not only surprised her, but the nation at large when the lone woman candidate, Sonam Pelzum, defeated 12 candidates in Mongar. She was contesting against experienced and popular male candidates, including an incumbent.
It looks like Mongar have had enough of male candidates. The choice was plenty. But these women found a special place in the hearts and minds of people in Mongar. She not only received the highest postal ballots, but also EVM votes, and secured a total of 2,406 votes. Born in the remote village of Dangmaling in Samangyok, 32-year-old Sonam Pelzum is a mother of a year-old son. She graduated from Sheripsa College in 2011. Sonam had taught English at the National Institute of Zurichusum, Duk School, and Thailand. She said she didn't expect to win, given all other candidates were competent.
Semkhalu ngiranda te panyam di juin sishuni indera beria tangachra mungar songkhagi la Mr. Chidin chungsungi garagi ngalu thuti digibe tengalu debe damkha namdalu te gengkhuya de thebbera phochi noigi te tangara misegi rewada richi de suka debe dukchuga te shungda misegi bangalo zambe te gadebe chashu suga noigi da semkhalu dungel da chagi juin sishuni.
Moragi talk to Tigibe, Tengashi, Gyogi, Mrs. Gimacheva, the Gyog Chupting Mise, Gara, Mulu Chapter, Zemi Gara, the Semhalu, Chonam, the let Toyam Disu, Maduchibera, Junjumose, the Nomela.
The Pugi Junginale, more Amstire Mimosla, the Analevel, the Kadibongas, and I know some time like the Japturti. Tangacha amsulora on kachimsa chinda ta amsul mochiligi mathe bahal tangacha nadi to chamchi theme snode tangacha namisame molu ichi da nirang de kebe tangacha chapter bela.
improving female visibility and voice of women, reducing poverty in the East, and promoting sustainable, green and holistically sound community are some of her priorities. For Sonam Sring in Mongar, Tishinongmo, BBS News.
Being a woman is not an issue in Punakha. This time, Punakha chose a woman to represent them in the National Council. 39-year-old Lucky Dolma, a mother of 2 daughters, secured 2,333 votes, defeating 7 other candidates.
Lucky Dolma is from Zomigyok in Punakha. She is a popular actor. Lucky graduated from College of Language and Cultural Studies. She worked as a human resource officer with the Ministry of Agriculture and Forest. However, her interest in film industry made her resign and became a full-time actor. Her sole motive to contest in the National Council election this year was because no women have ever contested from Punakha. This time, Punakha saw 2 women candidates.
Punakha imise kaharalula tengara zomi kyo da Punakha imise gyo chuchigi mise de thomde kaharalo singi dinera da gaso shuaji shuma chau kadebe labna mashipe yuse shuniwinda te amchu disu chebe boda khongi kangil disu khongi tab deu ma deu disu dula te lalu timgi khoragi te lalu gi samchar kyumi dula ta anigi aningi timna anibe matub duse ta alugi anina lo anibe matub duse te anisu ta ngagi tham sara te benisi shunime la khonda chika dudin bedila.
And people indeed supported women participation.
Ni samchale boda ru amsai thoboda ta ngacha phogeda amste danyam bengi ta rupe be oshin rabdu sunu masate gamda. Taru tarnawaru jatinchi yunte jusoshinete ngacha phogo kheberu amsai thimda. Toro khona jumi te chachile jimbe shusun pyogashin khodamulo iwa minuru se shu.
Same khadi amso ata phogera thop amso bebe data tu same gaila. Amsugi tak phogena danda besi no amsai same gaila.
With elections over, she now has an important task to prove that people did not make a mistake by choosing a woman. For Komal Kharka in Punakha, Tanden Finso, BBS News.
Despite bringing numerous benefits to the people of Ura and Chumi Gyeogs in Bumthang, the 32-kilometer Ura-Nangar bypass between the 2 Gyeogs has become a threat to wildlife and environment. Sources say the highway has led to rampant illegal tree felling and poaching in the area.
This is Taling in Ura Gyeogs. It is largely a new settlement in the Gyeogs after the bypass was constructed. Shops and hotels have mushroomed along the road. With more cars and buses traveling between eastern and western parts of the country through the bypass, it has increasingly become a boon for the people here.
People traveling towards east from Thimphu halt their night here. They can reach their destinations right on time when they leave early in the morning from here. Earlier we had problems paying our loans, but now it has become easier.
During winter, snow covers the old highway, so the new bypass is good alternative. Otherwise, the distance is shorter if we travel by the new route, which means lesser fuel consumption.
It is only an hour and 30 minutes drive from Ura to Chamkar from the new bypass, whereas it takes about 2 hours from the old highway. So when we have to attend meetings at Jakrazong, we take the new route. Likewise, trucks can carry more firewood and timber as the route is broader.
However, the road has now become a cause of concern for foresters and conservationists. According to sources, the mountain between the 2 Gyeogs, which is otherwise rich in biodiversity, is now seeing decreasing number of wild animals over the years. Illegal tree felling is also said to be prevalent across the mountain. Sources said people cut down trees illegally after midnight. One of the sources claimed forestry officials from the Phuntsingla National Park caught 8 poachers hunting in the area. They were said to have killed 23 musk deer. Park officials, however, said the cases have decreased since few years ago after stringent rules were imposed and regular monitoring of the forest was carried out. For Kipchu in Pumthang, Kilidem, PBS News.
Rescuing a sambar deer or a barking deer has become a weekly routine in Ha. Forest officials have already come across 12 such cases of human-wildlife conflict in the last 4 months.
A pregnant sambar deer is rescued from the river by forest officials and locals. Locals said the deer was chased by a pack of feral dogs. In its defense, the deer was taking refuge in the middle of the river. Minor injuries on its body and a broken hoof, the completely drained sambar deer was rescued safely today.
Such cases have become frequent now. On top of that, it is only happening during weekends. Including today's rescue mission, it is the 5th week now that we are engaged in such situation. As of now, we have been rescuing both sambar and barking deer.
Forest officials believe the increasing number of feral dogs living in the forest is adding to the human-wildlife conflict.
The number of stray dogs is increasing, and these days stray dogs are also found living in the forest. They are now hunting deer, driving them out of their habitat. At times we feel that these deer come in search of help from us, because whenever they are chased by dogs, they directly come to us.
The deer was treated and released into the wild far from feral dogs. Rescued wild animals are released if the injuries are not life-threatening. Forest officials in Ha rescued 10 sambar and barking deer last year. To deal with such issue, hundreds of dogs are sterilized every year. They are now planning to sterilize the feral dogs, the main culprit. For Pasangdoji in Ha, Sonamfunzo, BBS News.
After missing several deadlines, Damsichhu Chuka bypass will finally be opened to traffic this summer. Only 30% of the works are left at Tanalungchu Bridge. Otherwise, the entire stretch has already been connected.
The drive through Damsichhu Chuka bypass is not just smooth but thrilling. The double-lane stretch is almost over. Only the minor works are left along the stretch. At 18 km from Chuka towards Thimphu, the bridge over Tanalungchu is about to be complete to connect the highway to the bypass. The bypass will open to traffic by June.
The old route is narrow and risky too. If this bypass is open to traffic soon, it will benefit everyone. The route is not just wide, but shorter too.
But the news of the bypass to be opened soon worries the business community at Tsimasham.
There are many hotels in Tsimasham, and once the bypass is open, the hotel business will be hampered. There are many who constructed buildings on loan. I feel that even students will be affected since they stay in apartments there.
The construction of Damsichhu Chuka bypass started in March 2010. Once complete, it will reduce the distance between Thimphu Phensling by over 19 kilometers. The Damsichhu Chuka bypass project cost nearly 3 billion Newton. For Sonampenju in Chuka, Chonidama for BBS News.
Lack of expertise in caring for children with Down syndrome is one of the main challenges faced by Ability Bhutan Society. Due to this, the non-profit organization says they are not able to provide better service to the children. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder characterized by mental and developmental impairments.
8-year-old Jigme Toji is one of the many children living with this disorder. With no one to look after him, he is currently living with his grandmother in Thimphu. Jigme can neither speak nor walk. With the hope of improving his condition, his grandmother enrolled him with Ability Bhutan Society. The CSO focuses on providing early interventions to children like Jigme. Today, there are 30 children with the organization.
I wish he could at least speak some words like ask for food or water. Most of the time I have to stay with him. I know there are problems when dealing with him. He's my grandson and he doesn't even have his father with him.
When my daughter was 3 years old, she could not go to toilet by herself. Later, I took her to the Ability Bhutan Society and now she is able to use toilets and take meals by herself. She can also write now. Children with Down syndrome have many challenges. They cannot do things like other normal children, but I feel every one of us should help them, not just their parents.
But the biggest challenge for the organization is lack of experts. Ugen Wangchuk of Ability Bhutan Society says having trained professionals is one of the key components to helping people with this disability. He added, given the opportunity, they are capable enough to participate and contribute equally to the society.
As of now, our colleagues providing intervention services, we are equipped through informal trainings, of course, but we take advantage of those expertise visiting our country. So we do invite them at our organization and conduct a family empowerment power program, and we just have expertise sharing, and even the online courses our colleagues are going on.
According to a pediatrician with Jigme Doje Wangchuk National Referral Hospital, though the cause of this disorder is not known, it is fairly common in Bhutan. 5 newborn cases were recorded last year from the 3 referral hospitals. This is Sonam Chodan for BBS News.
Where there is determination, a way can be found. And this is exactly how Rinchen High School in Thimphu has found a way for its breastfeeding teachers. The school has started a cradle room to provide female teachers more bonding time with their babies. This is the first time such an initiative has been started by any organization.
This room may look small, but it has given these new breastfeeding mothers enough space and time to tend to their babies without having to rush back and forth. Once their classes are over, they just have to walk a few steps to feed their babies. The ladies are all smiles now as they can ease back at work without having to leave their babies at home.
It was very tiring for me to go and feed my baby, but with this initiative, it has become very convenient for us to work, as well as it has made us very comfortable in our professional as well as personal life.
Initiative mabe hemade alulu jiru dalan ani beodanam simi.
In the absence of such an initiative, it was difficult to breastfeed my baby and manage time because of the nature of the work. But after the initiative, it is convenient as I can work peacefully and also give more time to the baby.
Before I had to run back home and feed my baby, and on top of that I had to depend on my husband to pick and drop me to home and back to school, and it was quite difficult. But then with this new arrangement, it has made quite a lot of difference.
Places, animals, and things on an idea. The female teachers here do not get 6 months maternity leave, unlike other women in the government service. But an arrangement such as this has completed the missing piece of the puzzle.
These are issues which can be addressed, which can be solved, and everyone should come up with solution, homegrown, looking at their own conveniences, and particularly related to our own initiative of creating a cradle room in the school. I've seen, ladies are happier. They come, they bring their babies here, and their productivity has enhanced much better than what it used to be like before.
According to Bhutan Living Standards Survey Report 2017, the number of births per woman is less than 2. If such simple mother-child friendly arrangements are put in place, it would encourage working couples to decide on having more children.
If such kind of mechanisms are put in place, will it not help? The working couples will think of, having babies because there are conveniences being addressed. But devoid of it, in the absence of this, the ladies will not, the working couples will no longer either go for no baby policy, no child policy.
The initiative might look simple, but it is small adjustments such as this that might eventually add up to huge results. It is something that every working mother has wished for. Sonampem for BBS News.
Special focus on enrollment is increasing the number of school-going children in Merak Primary School in Trashigang. Even those who left school a few years ago are now back to classrooms. Merak Primary School is now bustling with almost 180 students. This year, 20 new students joined the school, the place where they actually belong. One of the students joined the monastic body in India but came back this year.
It is not that I wanted to become monk, but I got interested after my friends started joining monkhood. Since I could not cope with the system, I came back. Now I regret a lot, since my former classmates are studying in class 10 or 11. I want to study hard now.
It looks like now more people here have understood the value of education and opportunities related to it.
The main reason for increase in enrollment is because we, the teachers and Dzongkhag education sector, create awareness. Now it looks like the locals have realized the importance of education. They want their children to at least study till class 12.
Today, once the child is 6 or 7 years old, parents bring them to school, unlike in the past. Although the school does not provide boarding facilities, the students are provided breakfast and lunch. And this is one important factor that helps keep students in schools for all times to come. For Sringzam in Tashigang, this is Sringdantu for BBS News. Teachers are said to be the second parents, and a group of them in Phinsaling are indeed. They have been helping the needy students financially, academically, and emotionally through a project, Mom at School.
Mom at School is an initiative of one of the teachers of Sonamgaon Middle Secondary School in Phinsaling, Thomde. Inspired by His Majesty's speech at the Royal University of Bhutan's convocation in 2015, it helps students from disadvantaged families. So far, the project has supported over 150 students in Thimphu, Sarbang, Hlinsi, Samsi and Phinsaling.
We are grateful to the teachers for helping us. Now I'll get to wear a new school dress. I'm more excited. I love coming to school.
We got school dress, water bottle, umbrella and bag. I'm excited to try my new uniform. It encourages us to come to school daily.
My parents have passed away. I am happy the teachers included me in this project. When I see others having a good time with their parents, I miss mine. During such times, I go and talk to my teachers and share my emotions. The initiative has spent nearly 700,000 Yetum until now.
Number 2.
It covers school fee, expenses for buying uniform and necessary kits a student needs, and even pocket money. The donations from within and outside the country come in cash and kind. The project also has its web page www.momatschool.org.
Initially, I did not think it would come this far. We started a Sonamgang school, but after we started acknowledging on Facebook, many donors, even those Bhutanese living abroad, started to donate. The donation then increased by 6 times.
The project is looking at spreading its wing in other regions of the country as well. For Sonam Penjo and Phuntsiling, Kiladem, BBS News.
Well, this is all we have for this week. Thank you for joining us.